Hi there. If you are joining me during the holidays, happy holidays, I'd like to share with you a few of my favorite flows of postures that I like to teach and also practice for myself. Please enjoy these. If you find the video helpful, share it, like it, and subscribe. If you have any ideas for a video you would like, let me know. I'd be happy to make a customized video just for you. Enjoy the practice. This is for entertainment. Practice safety first. Namaste. Well, there's many ways to do warm-ups before a yoga class. Sun salutations are still my favorite. I like to start out with what I call half sun salutations, just doing the beginning part before a full sun salutation. Bringing the hands to the heart, standing at attention. Inhale, raise the arms overhead. Exhale, namaste, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen spine, crown to tail. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise tall, be a mountain. Exhale, hands bring you back to home base. Rise victoriously as if you are standing on top of a mountain. Hands back to heart. If your low back is feeling safe, try a variation reaching the arms forward. Be careful of locking out or buckling the knees, as this can cause low back strain. I like reaching around behind my legs and giving my whole body a big hug in that forward fold. Tuck chin to chest. Inhale, arms forward, knees bent for low back safety. Exhale, land back at home base. Thank yourself for your practice today. Feel grounded and centered within yourself. Repeat. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, lengthen, forward fold. Inhale. Exhale, give your whole body a hug, wrapping your arms around. Inhale, lengthen your spine, tall and strong. Exhale, fold. Tell your legs thank you for all they do for you. Inhale, rise tall and strong. Be the mountain. Exhale, hands at heart center. Celebrate yourself. Inhale, chair. Exhale, opposite elbow to opposite knee is a great core warm-up. I put this in all types of different places during my practice. If you're unable to stabilize the legs, keep them together during a twist. In balancing single leg chair, press that leg forward, flexing using your quadriceps. In tree, bending the knee using your hamstrings. As you lengthen the leg out, point the toes using the calf muscle as your secret weapon to raise the leg higher. End in a lateral lean, sometimes called half moon, which is another pose. Repeat, chair, shift weight to one hip, single leg chair, flex that foot, use the thigh for power. Bend at the knee, engaging hamstrings. Externally rotate leg as far as possible, reaching the arms up and out. Create instability on purpose. Tree is about life swirling crazily around us as we stay balanced, calm, and centered in the middle. Feel that leg extend. The arm is just a decoration. Return to tree when ready. Find full tree with temple grip overhead, hands interlaced, placing feet side by side. Prepare for dancing Shiva, dancing warrior pose. This is the pose of a warrior. making sure the arm is not twisted, externally rotated at the shoulder. Hold the inside of the foot so the shoulder can relax back as the foot presses back and up. Landing lightly, slowly bending the knee. Pause first, clasp at the inside of the leg. Then press the foot back, which will naturally bring your body forward without forcing yourself. Stand in silence and ignore the inner critic. You are perfect just as you are in this moment. Standing chest expansion, one of the best ways to relieve neck tension. Roll the shoulders back, clasping the hands behind your low back. Drop your chin into your chest, looking down between your feet. Raise the arms up and overhead. Interlaced fingers, temple grip. Stretch the other side, lateral lean. Feel your ribs opening. Your left side represents your heart, yin, softness. Inhale, back bend. Best form for deep breathing. Ribs, chest, and throat with each inhale. Allow for spontaneous movements. A lot of times during my practice, my eyes close and my body moves spontaneously without my direction. The only thing I have to do is get out of the way. As soon as I have a thought, the flow stops. As soon as I go back into a state of surrender, the body tells me what to do. Look for spontaneous movement in your own practice. It's just a simple act of not saying no. Hinging forward at the waist, chest expansion makes my neck feel so wonderful. This is what happens in shoulder stand. Look at the muscles engaged on the back by the scapula. Full shoulder stand would look just like this, protecting that neck. I have the arthritis of a 70-year-old in the vertebra of my neck from a bicycle wreck in Scotland, going over the handlebars. And being upside down at any time feels good. Monkey is one of my favorite. Forward folds, clasping the toes. Inhale, lift away from the feet to lengthen the back. Then exhale, gently pull on them as you fold forward. If you have the ability and it's accessible to you, wrap your arms around your legs or use a strap behind you. Exhale, stay there for a few moments and feel your upper body greeting your lower body. Frog squat pose was one of the most useful poses in my international travels. I created these little frog salutes, as I call them. Be mindful of your knees as you come down. Engage the pelvic floor. This is conditioning for crow or any arm balances. For crow, my 3 tips are: keep your arms out in front of you. Squeeze your inner thighs so the legs are super active. Place them above the elbows at the triceps. When ready, come back down, extend your legs out. Doing this right after crow feels so good for those hammies. Thank you, feet. I love you, feet. Thank you for all the places you've carried me throughout the years. Up Mount Fuji 3 times. Different countries, all across America. Thank you, feet, I love you. Wide-legged boat, clasping the toes with the peace sign toe hold, thumb wrapped around big toe, extend the legs out. The secret here is that pelvic floor we were working on. Root lock, belly lock, sometimes throat lock. Internal muscles. Pilates taught me a lot of fun to have to strengthen that core so you can have a fun out, not a boring workout. Try straight-legged boat, twisted boat. You could have the feet down for low back safety. Just follow your body's directions. This is my favorite way to practice posture of the sage, and Arjuna the kitty approves of it. Crossing your legs as in shoelace. Here's my big tip. Press the bent knee on top, foot straight down into the ground. That gives you the leverage you need in order to hold that. Twist with your spine straight. Your knees don't like this pose, or you fall over to one hip. Just straighten that bottom leg. Elbow can't meet the knee, just give it a hug. The arm around the low back. You can press in and up. Little low back relief and extra support. Arjuna was the first animal that I adopted in 13 years after losing my puppy, Sandy. This is pigeon. Look up some videos of the pigeon. The pose is king pigeon or queen pigeon or just royal pigeon. And royal is an attitude, not a lineage. You're moving just like that pigeon's mating dance. Look it up on YouTube. It's fun to watch. My dad used to grow pigeons, and he can sound exactly like a pigeon. This is full king or queen or royal pigeon, binding that back foot with your back elbow. The secret is dancer's pose. You're kicking back, and that helps bring your upper body up. I don't generally practice resting pigeon. It hurts my hip flexor and my front knee tends to torque. There you can talk for hours about that front leg. Please remember safety first when you're practicing with me, so that front knee should be in a natural bend, not a forced 90-degree bend, something that feels healthy for the joint. If you want to try the bind, reach back, clasp that back foot. It's a great quadricep stretch. Most people can't do binds because of their tight quads or shoulders. Reaching behind your head, as in cow face pose, bind at the fingers. Reach that arm forward, flying through the air on the Mahabharata. Coming out, that hip flexor in the front pocket is really tight and wants to move. Stretch it out however you'd like. Coming into a seated Posadasana, sit on your heel and feel the pressure in the root chakra. This is one of my favorite ways to begin class or end class. Inhaling arms overhead, find an easy twist. Opposite hand to opposite knee, pressing on the knee, sit tall. Inhaling arms overhead, exhaling the great seal. Mahabandha, rounding the back, sealing your energy inside. Sinking your chi. Inhale, rising. Exhale, reach one arm overhead, lateral lean. The ribs are so tight. Exhale, ending on right, getting grounded back in the body. Walk the arms back, open the upper body again, tight chest, tight pecs. One of the reasons for forward rounded shoulders. And we're all making it worse with our cell phones. The hips and shoulders and neck both like to breathe. Reverse tabletop, bending the knees, press into your ankles, lift your hips. Try to look for a straight back. The shoulders and hands are independent depending on the person. Everyone's hands and shoulders will be in a different place. Reverse plank. Here's a secret. Point the big toes, plantar flexion. Gets your legs straight and helps open up the hip flexors in front. Preparing now for our cobbler's pose, one of my favorite ways to get rid of upper neck tension. Sit as close to your feet as possible, bringing your feet together. Practicing barefoot has so many benefits. Allow the nerves in the feet to talk to each other. You can bind the feet, wrapping your fingers around the little toe side edge. When you inhale, hunch up to the upper trapezius muscle. When you exhale, tuck those elbows in tight to your ribs and squeeze that lower trapezius, pulling that tension out of your neck. Inhaling, let the hips relax. Exhale, press deeper into the hips, opening them up. Option, stretch the lateral side of your ankle. In my practice, my body always wants me to move my neck, and I allow my body to do just that. See what needs to move in your body. Be open to hearing the voice of your body. We've ignored it for so long. Shimmy, shake. Get ready for single leg hamstring stretch. One of the best ways to stretch your hamstrings. People don't believe me, but it literally took me 3 years to be able to touch my toe. It's one of my favorite lateral stretches and hamstring stretches. Peace sign, toe hold on the big toe, or dive your bottom arm through to the big toe side and your top arm over to your little toe side. Fidgeting and wiggling, as I call it, is welcome and encouraged. Your body is a living, breathing machine that needs to be well oiled. The better you take care of your body that you were given and commissioned with taking care of, the less friction or downward energy you will attract. Why do I take care of my body? I don't like hospitals. They scare me. My little brother was accident prone. Boat pose to strengthen your core really is no other better way, in my opinion. You are in a reverse crunch using your full rectus abdominis wall. So you are resisting gravity the whole time. This is my slow motion boat routine I use all the time. Start out in boat, knees bent, holding one leg, then release one leg for a count of 3. Straighten that same leg for a count of 3, then the other, then raise one arm overhead for a count of 3, and then the other. Let yourself shake. If you're almost going to fall, that's when you're hitting the good spot you need to strengthen. Breathe. Legs up the wall should be mandatory. 3 times a week, get your legs up above your heart, and I don't mean laying on the couch. You want to be on a flat, firm surface so that your lower back SI joint can have a chance to reset. This is half shoulder stand. A lot of times it's mistakenly called shoulder stand. Bend the knees until you have your hands in place. Then when your hands are firmly supporting your low back, straighten your legs up in the very last minute. For full shoulder stand, try to release the arms behind you. You could try that temple grip bind, or you could try just placing your hands in a rock climber's grip to grab the mat. What's important is that you don't pull the trap down. You do not want to pull the muscle around your neck down, exposing your cervical to injury. Enjoy the waterfall feeling of your legs not having to fight gravity. In our laying down twist, the most common way to end a yoga class, if our feet are up by our buttocks, our hamstrings are engaged the whole time we're laying there, making them tighter. So try to bring your knees at a 90 degrees angle, which will help to alleviate low back pain as well. Once you settle in and your body has started to relax, experiment with top leg placement. With that leg extended, try pointing it up and pointing it down. See what works best for your body. I like interlaced fingers behind my head to keep the shoulders open the whole time. You can place the bottom foot ankle on the top knee for a deeper low back stretch. I like inverted poses. The spine gets to take a break from holding us up against the forces of gravity. Dead bugs do not move. Clasp your legs or the outer edges of your feet. Pull the knees by your shoulders. Supine cobbler's pose. Bring your feet together to pray with your feet and let your hands and both feet meet in a group hug, something that almost never happens on a daily basis. Press your low back into the mat to get more of a stretch in the lower spine. Allow your feet to come up and over towards your heart if accessible to you. Then allow the back to round before releasing the feet and dropping the knees to the other side. Adjust your spine as needed, bring the hips back to the middle and your feet away from the buttocks. Then fidget, wiggle, explore, have fun, listen to your body. I have chronic right low back pain. Have a little scoliosis on that side. And this straight leg up and down really helps with that a lot. And so does Arjuna the cat. This one with the ankle on top makes my low back just so happy. Arjuna the kitty's always been a movie star. I named him Arjuna because when I was in India, I only saw one cat the whole time. And in the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna is constantly whining about not wanting to do his human responsibilities, which reminded me of a cat. Right when I got back from India, I went to Petco with Michi, my client, and his eyes stared at me from across the store. For 4 days, every time I closed my eyes, there was his eyes looking at me. I had to go bring him home. Rolling about, massaging your low back is a great way to end your practice, then allowing your body to rest. A lot of times Shavasana is called the time to be silent and to rest, but I like to call it the review pose because of my hyperactive mind. I like to go back through all the postures I did and see how they felt. When you're ready, join me in a comfortable seated pose. We'll inhale, crown chakra, third eye, throat, heart, belly, first and second chakras. I salute you. Feel your body at the end of your practice. Take some time instead of just jumping up and getting ready to go. What did you do? How's it affecting you? Where do you feel it? What part of your body did your practice enliven? Warm your hands. Wipe off any remaining things that you purified and cleansed that you don't need anymore. Let the light of your practice wash over you. Jai Bhagwan, victory to the divine that resides within you. Namaste, the light in me, honors and recognizes the light in you and the place where our two lights merge as a one. Thank you so much for checking out some of my favorite routines, and thank you again for liking and subscribing to my videos. Please feel free to get in touch with me, trainertroy@gmail.com. www.trainertroy.com, Trainer Troy Yoga on social media, and my heart truly hopes that I will be blessed with your presence again. Namaste. Hello, thank you so much for watching my video. Please be sure to like and subscribe and check out my website at trainertroy.com.